No, it's not about me. This isn't about me. It's
But
about
I
what do you
do.
love about yourself. It's
I
not
love
what you
about,
love about
I
me.
love about myself that I can love you, Bruce.
Yeah, because just as I'm not the most lovable. Hello and welcome to Spaghetti Junction Podcast, where we talk about stuff we just don't know where it's gonna go.
Welcome back, sir. Welcome back.
On the agenda today, we will be having a chat. We're gonna be having a chat to each other and asking each other interesting questions, things that we don't know about each other, questions that we've sort of haven't told each other that we're going to ask,
That's all.
and see what the answers, see what answers come out.
Yeah,
This should be interesting.
It's pretty much, if you're going to put it under, a topic itself, it's just basically, getting, so that I guess we'll get to know each other even more if it's possible, and that and that you listeners will go, okay, now we can actually find out a bit more who Bruce and Gareth are. So that was the major goal, is to, like a fun way of of everybody like learning like who really are Gareth and Bruce.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we will find out stuff that we didn't know, because
That could be
guys don't sit around and have massive like heart-to-heart chats about a lot of stuff. Well, no, I don't.
well, when I have had the opportunity though, it's been pretty good.
Cool.
Thanks, Bruce.
Awesome.
Yes. Lovely. So you're supposedly doing a new workout system.
Oh, flip, yes, oh my word. So
You're saying it's pretty hardcore.
Well, so basically I've always been sort of trying to keep in shape and all that. I'm not like some like massive gym rat or anything like, or some fitness freak, but I've always enjoyed running, working out, just keeping healthy and whatever. And running's always been a big thing, and I'm just got so sick and tired of running, and decided, okay, I need to find something new on the cardio side.
Okay.
Because we've got all the weights and stuff at home, and that's fine, so I'll work on that. But the cardio side is also pretty important. And a while back, one of my friends gave me a workout. It's only about 40 minutes, and it's by a trainer called Sean T.
Okay.
And it's called Insanity.
Sean T.
Yes.
With a name like that, I guess it's going to be hardcore. Sean T. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, So this one's fairly old, and I found it on YouTube again because I lost it, and found it on YouTube again. And decided, okay, cool, let's try this again. It's only about a 40-minute workout, but oh my word, I'm not even through the warm-ups yet.
Really?
I'm on the warm-up section. It's a 20-minute warm-up, and it takes me half an hour because I slow the warm-up down. I slow down all the exercises. I rest in between because I'm not at that fitness level yet. And I thought I was fairly fit.
Just because I'm not fit at all, so I would probably die with the first minute.
Because it's intense cardio, and it's way more intense than me going for a 3K run 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Because I kind of hit a little bit of a plateau, and I want to take it up a little. Yesy. I think I hit it for the first time.
Hit what?
The workout started it, and I'd forgotten how intense it was. I hit the warm up last Sunday, and only on Friday had my legs recovered enough that I could actually.
But now
because
what are you
was
doing?
in pain. I pulled a tendon in my
What?
in my leg. I strained a calf muscle. And I thought I'd warmed up as well before even doing the warm-up of this. So, yeah.
What kind of stuff do you have to do?
It's all just,
for example?
it's jumping jacks, vertical jumps, what they call log jumps, all kinds of things. But the thing is, it's one exercise after the other. They don't stop.
There's no little breathing
They don't,
time.
yeah.
Really?
I think they do a minute breather between the warm-up and then the actual workout. But the warm-up is insane.
The warm-up, you don't have a break between.
No, you don't. You just, and it's fast and it's high intensity. So even when you start off doing it, you've got to be at a certain fitness level. That's why at the moment I have to do all of those exercises slower and give myself a rest, but I time the rest, so that's cool. I have my little stopwatch on my cell phone, and I'm pretty disciplined about it. But man, alive! So I'll probably be doing only the warm up for the next maybe week before I start trying the actual other exercises. And there's stretching and stuff in it as well. But feels good though, but man, alive.
Rather you than me.
Crazy.
It definitely sounds like something that I wouldn't even get past the first episode. Dude.
Basically, what I'm experimenting with was with my workouts up until now. I always went for a run. Then I came home and did all the weight stuff directly afterwards. And a lot of guys reckon that's not a great idea. So
why is
that? Because if you do everything on the one day, your muscle mass gains are not quite as great as if you separate cardio and weights. So that's why I'm trying to do 1 day cardio, 1 day weights, 1 day cardio. Like this morning I did weights, so tomorrow I'll do cardio, and try and divide it up like that. And then you get that rest period, which is so important.
Yeah, I mean, it actually makes a lot of sense in the sense that when I used to do exercise weight, but that was like, dude, when I was in New Zealand, when I was like in my 20s, I had a six-pack, dude. I was freaking flat. But the main reason why is because whenever I went and I worked on a sheep farm, surprise, in the middle of New Zealand, what else do you do if you can't find anything else to do?
You see, that
you work on a sheep farm.
And that's something I actually never even knew about you.
Yeah, well, I worked on a sheep farm, and I would have to get up by about 5 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I would cycle all the way from the bottom of Wanganui, which is where I was, and you would go all the way up hills, and you would just keep on going.
Damn.
Until you got to a sheep farm.
Wow.
I was there for 8 or 9 hours, and we did sheep farm stuff.
I'd go do that in a heartbeat.
Running around and stuff, and I actually saw a sheep. Once. That was enough for the sheep, actually. It looked like a bloody mess when it left my hands, but so that was kind of fun. Yeah, and then you get back on the bike and you cycle back again.
Damn, and it's nothing.
And when I think about it now, it's insanity. But when you get, but I found with myself, if I can get myself in a mindset that I'm going to do it, even if it's going to be horrible for a while, like for example, my scanning files drop. I'm now in a place where I'll push 10, 11 hours a day because I'm just, I don't know, the mindset's there. So anyway, I rode so much and I ate reasonably well. And then I was running as well. Yes. And I had a photo, but I can't find it anymore. It's my one last proof photo showing that I actually had a thin body and I had a six-pack.
Yeah.
That was when I finished I think it was a half marathon. I think it was.
Wow.
Maybe less than half marathon. I think maybe that sounds a bit too hardcore. Let's just say 10Ks. That probably sounds a lot safer. And I had a photo taken, when I came through, and it's like,
damn.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's plus I did gym as well, and now that's where I'm coming from your side, where you did do your like arms or your legs or your in space time. So that's why I'm kind of in all my working out experience in the last 20 years. Yeah.
Oh, that is also, I'm kind of at the point. I'm 43 years old.
Well done, dude.
And thank you. And kind of just there's some stuff around the stomach that just needs a little bit. There needs to be a little bit less.
Yours is called stuff.
Stuff.
I don't know what you would call mine.
I've always had a fairly lean physique, but now obviously we get older. Metabolism's not as great. Plus, as we get older, we should kind of build a little bit more muscle mass. We should.
Well, I think you're probably the more rare out of most of our friends. Like Rowan, Brendan, me, William. I think we're probably a little bit off from where you are.
I like to maybe it's just because I want to look good with my shirt off. I'm just.
What? So me and the other guys don't like looking. So what to say is we don't want to take our shirts off because we feel horrible about ourselves.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where you're going. It's fine.
Hi guys, love you.
Yeah, whatever. We're proud of our bodies, okay? We like to slap our bellies, and that's how it is.
Oh no, I can't. No.
Well, they managed. I think they're doing pretty well.
They are.
So
they are. Apparently, Brendan's man cave is coming on very nicely. He's building this man cave in his basement of their new house. Huh. So he says it's quite a work in progress. It's not finished yet or anything, but it's pretty cool. It'll get there.
Every man's dream.
All right, I think we should start asking.
I love how you
asking
do
each
this.
other's-
We don't even have to worry about time. He goes, all right then. Because I actually told Bruce we don't have to do that in 10 minutes. Guys, it's 30
Maybe I
minutes.
should
So I actually asked him, let's not make it weird or on point, so people go, oh yeah, it's 10 minutes, eh? All
Well,
right
I
then.
didn't say that. I said, well, let's get into
It's
the
the
topic.
way you always say that. All right then.
Maybe I should put the laptop screen down so I don't see the timer.
Yeah, we just talk into it because
Makes us think about it a little bit too much.
not me.
Me. Okay.
I actually want to see what we're doing.
Okay, I'm the overthinker. There you go.
You're
I'll,
the
I'll
more
point the laptop to you.
analytical
Analytical.
one. Okay, you're the more analytical one. than
You being
me.
a songwriter, you would have been an lyrical. See what I did there?
I did. I can't say I have any reaction to that besides gut ache, but no.
Oh wow!
But no. So thank you, Bruce, for bringing in that most obvious change. So it's kind of like, you know what? It
I'm
makes
still
me
very
think
new
of.
to this.
Okay, you're like, for example, you're meeting with your girlfriend. Okay, just hear me out. Okay, it's me and my girlfriend, and we know that there's going to be something big in there. But we said, look, let's just, you know what, baby, we know we need to speak about our relationship and where it's going.
The elephant in the room.
But let's just chill out for a while. So when do you think then we when do you think we should do it, Bruce? 10 minutes, 20 minutes. But just don't go there. No, it's fine. What are we going to think about it, baby? We'll just talk about it. 9 minutes, 30. All right, baby, shall we just... And that probably lost you. So that's kind of what happened here.
Okay.
So now that we're there, Bruce, let's get into the topic. Wow. I'm still trying to get Bruce to, just to analytical himself. Analytical him. Analytical himself. But I guess that's kind of what makes this part of us fun, is that we do completely different things to each other.
That's it.
Otherwise it would be boring.
Absolutely. You can't have that.
No, it'd be kind of pointless.
Okay.
So Bruce,
Question time.
you said you had about how many? I'm ready.
I've got 10 questions here.
Sure.
And you've got 8.
I've got 8 with another 2 at the back. Right? So I also have 10.
Wow.
Depending on how we do on time and stuff.
Okay, cool.
But I mean, even if we go over, well, let's see where it goes, I guess.
Well,
So and I rated mine with an E or an H. E is easy, H is hard. I don't have a middle one.
wow, and you tell me I'm being analytical. Jeez, like
I just no, but it's like,
I thought I was the overthinker here.
hey, no, this was just so you'd be warned. You can choose which are going to be the nice and fluffy ones, and what are not going to be fluffy ones. Well, I'm just going to throw them all at you, no matter what.
Just what surprised me, man.
Surprise me. That's what she
Surprise
said.
me.
Okay, go.
Ah.
Sorry, I wasn't going to go there.
Are you telling me to go first?
You want throw me one?
Let's see. What do you love most about yourself?
Wow, it's deep, Bruce.
Sorry, I'm kind of like...
Nothing wrong with being sorry. What I love most about myself.
I shouldn't say sorry.
No, you shouldn't say
Ever.
sorry. Thank you, Bruce. One thing or what?
Yeah, just name what do you... Actually, it's not one thing. You can maybe list
So
a couple
some
of
things
qualities.
that I like about myself.
Yeah. What makes you love yourself?
Wow. A good movie at night. I hold my hand sometimes. So I love myself. One definite is empathy. That's probably the thing that I like most about myself.
Nice. Okay.
Is that I feel that I have the gift of empathy, if you can use that.
You can pick up on when you walk into a room and someone's not lacquer, you can kind of...
Yeah, I kind of have like a... Yeah, and I've found that a lot of the times, like in my previous thing which I was doing, which was a learnership, and then even before then was when I was working with youth and kids, blah blah blah. It definitely was a good thing to have, in the sense where people find it safe to come and talk to you about stuff, because I know that you'll empathize, even if you don't fully know what they're going through.
Definitely.
You'll at least will have that ear that will listen.
Especially if you're in a leadership position with kids and they trust you and you want them to be able to say, listen,
Exactly.
maybe they can't even speak to their parents.
Yeah, kids, youth, whatever.
Definitely,
yeah, exactly.
definitely.
Young adults.
I get you.
Along the whole round. Yeah. So that is definitely, that's the one thing that other stuff that what do you say that I like about myself? I like my.
What do you love?
I like my calves.
You like your calves?
There actually have been a few women, strangely enough, really, this is true. I don't know what it is. Yeah, and I'm wearing shorts and stuff, and like this is like ages ago, obviously, because that doesn't happen anymore. But like, why? You got nice calves.
Nice.
I don't even know what a nice calf. I don't even know where my calves are sometimes. Let alone know that they're good.
Let me give you that insanity workout. You'll find out where your calves are. Join flipping hell, bro. Yes, I did. I hurt in places where I didn't know I had places. Yes. Like.
Okay, wow. No, that definitely doesn't sound like what I want to do. Yeah, that's supposedly. Never heard of that before. Like your calves.
Okay.
Exactly. Whatever works for you. Do you want my number? No, I just like your calves. Fine, whatever. Dude, maybe one more. Well, I guess where things are going right now. No, actually, no. Let me say something else. I think I'm at a point where I can be thankful for what I have. And again, it's very difficult. This is what I like about myself, not to sound like you're blowing a trumpet. You know.
No, do it.
But
do it. You're uniquely you. There's no one else on this planet like you.
Bruce.
You've got stuff that you've got qualities to offer.
I love you, Bruce.
I mean, this isn't about me. It's
But
about what do you love about yourself? It's not what you love about me.
I love about myself that I can love you, Bruce.
Yeah, because just as I'm not the most lovable I can.
No, you are. Anyways, no, that's. I think I'm at a point in a place in life where I'm grateful for what I have.
Cool.
You know, where I can go to bed and say to God, thank you for my place. It's small, but you know what? I actually quite like it. Well, and interesting enough, I'm going to spend more money, but it's going to be on my car.
Yeah.
Someone's spending it on their house. My point being is that I think I'm at a better place in life.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. That's something about yourself is basically at somewhere at a place of contentment where you can okay.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Grateful and content and just...
Yes. And the only other thing that I'm really... Well, there's more, but the one last thing, what I'm like about myself is my damn dashing good looks.
Yes, dude.
You've got to agree on that one with me.
I know.
I mean,
no, but you're...
Thank you very much.
Oh, boy. Okay, my turn.
One, let me throw something at you.
I'm bracing myself.
Do you want an easy one or a hard one?
Dude, you know what? Surprised me, man.
No, I want you to ask one. Easy or hard?
Easy.
Okay, fine.
Let's lighten the mood.
Okay. Right. If it was possible to be reincarnated, into someone, what musician or actor would you be? And you would end up having all their skills.
What?
Yes.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to go with probably the first one that actually came into my mind without me even thinking. Robert Downey Jr.
Now, why Robert Downey Jr.?
Because in real life, he is exactly like he plays Tony Stark in Iron Man. That's his vibe in real life.
I think so.
Yes, I've seen him in interviews.
And he's...
Whereas if you watch, if you watch like joint interviews with all the casts of the Avengers, everyone else is different. Like everyone else is very normal, and you got Robert Downey Jr. He just like sticks out. He's the purple cow, man. He just sticks out like a sore thumb, and he opens his mouth, and you don't see Robert Downey Jr. You see Tony Stark, and it's like it's almost like Robert Downey Jr. took his normal personality and created the Tony Stark character, and that's why without even thinking that's me.
Now, what would you relate to? You know, as like why specifically that kind of character?
I don't know. He's just got he's got a confidence. He's good. I mean, he's not like a bad person, but he's got confidence. He's got a little bit of arrogance. He knows what he is. He knows what kind of he knows he's high value. He knows that he's super intelligent, and it's just like I think the one line in Avengers was Captain America would ask him, well, what are you if you take away the Iron Man suit? And he's like, well, I'm a millionaire, philanthropist. He lists like all of this that he wouldn't be if he wasn't Iron Man.
Yeah.
Shut Captain America down, bro. I loved it.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there sounds like a reasonable amount of qualities that you have that he has. You just need the money.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a pretty good match, actually.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Let me ask you another easy one.
Oh.
Okay. But this is going to be you'll see where this is going to go. Okay. First of all, name me 4 musicians that you like the least. 4.
4 musicians that I like the least.
4. Or 3.
Okay.
Or 3 is fine.
Okay. Name me your 4
Screw
favorites.
you. Carry on.
Okay, yeah, probably those.
Jackass.
What, Machine Gun Kelly? No.
I don't mind. It won't hurt me.
4 musicians, do they have to be musicians or do they have to be these so-called artists that we get now?
Well, artists, musicians, artists, whatever they want to call themselves.
Whoa.
So give me 4. And then there's a follow-on question.
Okay. Lewis Capaldi.
That was the first one that I wrote down, actually. If Bruce answers, he'll go and say Lewis Capaldi.
Lewis Capaldi.
I knew it.
What's that other one? Oh my word, I can't remember their names.
That doesn't help our conversation.
I know it doesn't.
Or we can come back to it and let your brain work itself out. You don't have to be like the worst ones, but just
guys that I just
who you just don't like.
Yeah, okay. First, number 1 would be Lewis Capaldi, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj.
They're horrible.
And
now you're making it a bit more difficult for yourself.
It'll be another one of these weepy acoustic hipster guys.
Give me one. James Bay.
James Bay, probably. There's
James
another
Arthur.
one. James Arthur. There we go.
Okay, so that's 5.
Yeah.
Now here's the flick around. Now you have to choose to be one of them. Out of all of them, you have to choose to be one of them.
So
when you die, you're going to come back as
one of those.
As one of those you hate the most.
Oh!
And I'm hoping it's probably not going to be Cardi B, or although she does have a big butt that you can't deny.
But I don't have a big butt, and I don't want a big butt.
Well, there's it. Then she's out.
If I carry on doing insanity, I definitely won't have a big butt.
No.
So yeah, not much.
I still don't get
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
I don't get. Okay, first of all, sorry, I don't get the whole big butt thing. Sorry, let me rephrase. It's what people do with the big butts I don't like. The whole twerking thing.
But it's
some guys think it's so super hot. I don't want. I was going to say I don't want my bed and breakfast shaking in front of me, but that sounds weird. Okay, I don't know why I said that. Sometimes I have these thoughts in my head. They must just stay the hell up in my head.
Kind of sounded better in your head.
Because they already sound good in my head, and when they come out, it's like what the
did you just?
What the quack?
Awesome.
So out of those 4 or 5 people.
Oh, flip! I still haven't answered.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
It was just an interesting idea.
It does, definitely.
You hate them all, but you have to choose one, and you're going to be living their life, by the way.
Ugh.
With their set skills and where they're going to be playing and their radio style, that won't change.
Probably. Yeah, maybe James Arthur, if I had to. Just swallow it and. Ugh.
Take one for the team.
Yeah, yeah, probably
that. Fair enough. Thank you, sir.
As long as I'd be playing, big stages and festivals and
loads
of people
matter.
and stuff like that.
As long as you find,
I'll be that weepy hipster.
Get like hold of like Rowan and Bruce. You're Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Rowan and Brian. No, Brian doesn't play. Rowan and Brendan for the 3rd time. It's this bloody brew thing, man.
Make a hipster.
You, Brendan and Brian, just confuse me. Guys, you don't know. I think we mentioned them in the first episode. And Brian is one of our friends that's also known us for ages. And Brendan plays bass, and Rowan, he plays drums.
Yes. Okay, so here's one fairly light one, but it should be an interesting one. If you could be on any reality show, what would it be?
Would I win?
No. What would it be? What
have to be on a reality show.
What reality show would you want to be on? Out of the cesspool that is reality TV.
I don't know a lot of reality TV shows, I'll be honest.
All right.
But the ones that I do, I'll probably have to choose between The Amazing Race or...
I've forgotten about that.
Amazing
one.
Race is great.
It's about the only one I can stomach.
See, there we go. So you shouldn't forget it. It's either that one or what is the one where they like have to like eat disgusting things and do like random...
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. Either Fear Factor or The Amazing Race. Probably The Amazing Race.
Yeah, I would also.
Probably The Amazing Race would kind of be, but depending on who I would actually go, who I would choose to go on with it.
Partner with,
so if we are going to be bringing up this one, to think about who I would go on with it.
It'd be tougher.
Yeah, because you would have to find someone that's not going to drive you mad, and then you're not going to drive them mad. Because that's been one of the like biggest things which you would watch. You wouldn't actually watch. I wouldn't watch, for example, for like always about where they were. I'll be watching how their relationships are going.
But that's the thing.
That's what makes the whole show.
It's reality TV.
It's the whole
stretching
and
drama,
fighting and drama. And
yeah, and it's like that. That's the part. That's the part of The Amazing Race that I'm like, can we just get through this, please?
Exactly.
So I want to see where they're going next.
If I was going to do it, I would probably wait to be in a relationship before I would go. Because I guess that's the quickest way to find out if you really are meant to be with each other. You can make it through The Amazing Race. I think it's a great tester.
It is. You see I would love to do The Amazing Race if you could do it on your own, because I don't play well with others.
So that kind of rules us out, I guess.
You're like lone wolf flip and let me do my
How
thing.
far do you think we would get if
you and I
did Amazing Race?
Jeez, dude. I don't know, eh?
I don't know either.
The thing is, we've never put our friendship in those types of tests, so
No.
we don't know how we would react in those situations.
It's a great answer, Bruce.
I know.
It's a great answer. It didn't go
Fantastic answer. Blow your own trumpet. There you go.
There we go. So that is it. All right.
Oh boy.
Here's
Okay.
a more heavier one.
Give me a heavy
Which
one.
I like these ones, and it has been like this is kind of like come out a bit from like this, for example. I like asked myself once. So just bear with me here, if I can read what I'm going to do. So if you did something bad, okay.
If I do something bad.
If you did something bad, let me finish. That impacted your life and hurt your family, and you could make things go back to a place where that never happened, would you? Before you answer, there's a follow one.
Ooh!
The catch. They would never remember having a son. They would never know who you were. But at the same time, you would always remember them, always have memories of them, even if at that point in life, when they would look at you and like, why are you in our house? Mom, Dad, what the nut? No. We need the cops in here because there's this random person who's we've never seen in our lives before, saying they have like a link with us, and they do not. So you're going to live through the rest of your life, okay, knowing those people there, they were your parents, but they're not anymore, but they were. And you still have all those emotions linked to them, but you will never have it coming back to you. Hopefully that answers, that gives you the whole question.
Probably a good thing we don't have a camera on here, because it would catch my facial expressions. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. I actually did ask myself that once, and it took me by surprise. Yeah.
Cheapers, man.
Quite a deep one.
That's a very tough one. So if I did something bad
that impacted your life,
bad enough that if
it affected your life quite badly,
affects my life,
but the ramifications rippled through your whole family. As in, for example, it would have gotten to a point where your mum had to visit you in prison, seeing you through the glass with the phone. I think it got to that point.
Yeah, the regret I would feel would be so great that I would actually make that call, and I would go, if I can go back to a place, I would sacrifice that to make sure that my family and my parents didn't have to go through that. That's a very interesting question. Very interesting.
And that's also a very good answer.
I would have to.
Interesting answer. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Because I know myself emotionally well enough that I would I could be very rational about doing that and understand that it would be for the good, and yes, I would miss that interaction, but knowing that my parents wouldn't have to go through that, I would do it. Heartbeat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Definitely. Yeah. That's it. That was a heavy
That's
question,
actually pretty
man.
deep.
Flipping hell, dude.
That's why I put H.
Wow. Like, I think
I put them as hard, but actually H means heavy, I think.
was that it? Was that a capital H?
That was a. They only had capital H.
Maybe that capital H was a little bit bigger than the other one.
Yes, that was a capital H. You're right. But no, I mean, yeah. No, I
Okay.
think, yeah, that's
All right.
right.
I've got a really interesting
Bring me
one.
something.
Would you rather be an ugly genius or super good looking but
dumb.
stupid? What would you...
Well, thankfully, I have both of the good things, so I don't have to choose anything else. Next question.
We'll make an arrogant prick out of you yet. He's learning.
Next question. Right, good. That was short.
So are you good looking and you're clever?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Answer the damn question. No, but you can't answer that. You have to say, okay, here you go. Someone's put a gun to your head and said, okay, your genie's out of the lamp, and he's like, okay, 9 more to your head.
Well,
you can either be really ugly, but you can be a genius, or I can give you like a male Instagram 10 out of 10 good looks.
Yeah.
But you're as dumb as a box of
But like, how
nails.
dumb though? Like, can you at least have a conversation?
Yeah, I know, but
Not
just
like that dumb.
You just
Like, we can still chat.
you're just thick, you know.
Okay, but like, we could still chat and hang out.
Yes,
And I could have a
absolutely.
girlfriend
No,
and
you're
we can
not
chat.
You're not like retarded or something.
Okay,
No, you're just not. You're a couple of burgers short of a Happy Meal, you know, kind of thing. Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Honestly, it's pretty easy for me. This whole intelligence thing hasn't got me far. I'm being honest. This whole like intelligence thing is like, it's like, I don't know, dude. Look, sure, I came from. I hated school. I didn't do well in school. I've never seen myself as like super intelligent.
Okay.
I think I'm, like in a zone with like a lot of people. As in like, and I'm not like dumb, and I'm not like incredibly like, like there are girls who will like someone only for their brain size and what they do and stuff. I don't care about that. I would probably go and be the freaking
You go the shallow end.
10 out of 10 shallow end, pal. I'll go shallow. Because I won't have to have deep conversations because
Life on
normally,
easy mode.
because I would guess a large portion of the girls would be going out with someone that isn't expecting majorly intelligent conversations. So that's what they get. They get me, damn sexy,
I like the way you think, man.
and I don't have to try and perform.
That's dude.
So there we go.
Wow, that was. I like your answer. Man. I really like your answer.
That's a 2 for 2.
Hey, Gareth here. I'm just calling to let you know that we actually enjoyed this topic so much that we have managed to break this into 2 episodes. So thanks for listening to this one. We definitely look forward to have you hear the follow-up of this topic. Plus, I wanted to use a really random telephone voice that I thought was quite cool, but it's not, obviously. Sure. Goodbye.